From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Good Wednesday morning. Happy first day of April. Rain likely. Thunderstorms going to be possible for today. We could see up to 10 inches of snow for mountain passes. This storm system definitely starting to trend a little bit snowier through Thursday night, and those gusts ramping up for Thursday. Some of those gusts up around 60 miles per hour in the Kittitas Valley. We'll take you back to this morning where it's not as cold as yesterday morning, but still a little chilly out there. 39 for the Tri-Cities, 44 for Sunnyside, 40 in Yakima. First Alert radar is showing you some rain moving through the Tri-Cities and some steady snowfall up in the Cascades, although it looks like it's breaking apart just a little bit. Your umbrella cast for this Wednesday for the Tri-Cities, yeah, you're going to need it, and it's going to hit us in waves for today, but it'd be an awesome day to have that Apple Valley News Now First Alert weather app on hand. So for today, rain and even some thunderstorms looking likely out there. A little bit breezy. High temperatures getting close to 60 degrees in the Tri-Cities, and wind gusts getting up to around 60 miles per hour in the Kittitas Valley for tomorrow. We'll have a lot more to say about that coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
And right now, a home once tied to a heated debate back in the spotlight. For the first time, we're hearing from the buyer of the proposed sex offender home in Kennewick, which once was a proposed sex offender home in Kennewick, we should say, who says the new hurdles are adding major costs. The exclusive interview. And drivers could face fines starting today across the state. Officials say time is up for studded tires. What you need to know before your morning commute. Plus, a major turnout in Richland could help save hundreds of lives. A local blood drive is turning into something much bigger and could soon become one of the largest in the state. All those details and more coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest on your side.
Good Wednesday morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us here on Good Morning Northwest. I'm Wendy Redman. Your time is 5:02. We begin this morning with an Apple Valley News Now exclusive. For the first time, we are hearing from the buyer of the Kennewick home that was once set to house violent sex offenders. Tony Sabino lives just down the street from the property at 8th and Edison. He and his wife, who have 2 daughters with a grandchild on the way, decided to purchase the house from the investors on the west side. His plans include subdividing it to then resell to hopefully at least break even on the deal. But now he's running into some issues.
So they are requiring us to put a fire hydrant out here as well, and in front of the house on a street that has no sidewalks or curbs. They are requiring the entire frontage on 8th to have curbs and sidewalks put in. And so all of this is going to be a cost of probably $100,000 added on to the price that we paid for the house. And I would love for them to step up and maybe make a exception to maybe not require all these things, or see if there's a way that the city can participate in the costs.
Sabino purchased the home for around $600,000. He's also facing other maintenance costs right now and is getting help from the community, but encourages people to reach out to him if anybody else can help. No word on when the property would be ready to resell to a new family. And this issue isn't isolated. The city of Pasco is hosting 4 public meetings on these types of homes known as less restrictive alternative homes, or LRAs. They want to speak with residents about their concerns about facilities that house sexually violent predators. While there aren't any known LRAs proposed to open up in Pasco, many regional residents are on edge after that home almost got planned in a central Kennewick neighborhood. The meetings come after the city signed a 6-month moratorium that they say would help prevent the city from accepting LRA applications. Although this session was small, the city hopes the events will gain traction in the future.
Numbers matter, and we need people to show up. We're all busy. I get it. What kind of worries me is Kennewick had an imminent threat to where all of a sudden, land was purchased and it looked like it was an impending deal going through, and they pushed back really hard, where here in Pasco, we we don't have that energy right now. So it's going to be up to the public to find some, because really the state has tied our hands at the local and the county level.
The next meeting will be April 15th at Reynolds Middle School. From public concerns to public safety now, a crash in Findlay is under investigation this morning. Take a look at your screen. Authorities say the driver involved is suspected of driving under the influence. The crash happened on Highway 397 south of Findlay Drive near 25th Avenue, and we are told involved two vehicles in a head-on collision. Officials say the driver crossed the center line, striking the other car and injuring its driver. Both vehicles were totaled. Staying on the roads, before you head out on your morning commute, you may want to check your tires. Studded tire season is officially over in both Washington and Oregon. Drivers who haven't removed them could face a fine, $137 in Washington and up to $200 in Oregon. Officials warn tire shops are expected to be busy as drivers rush to meet the deadline. Studded tires are only legal from November 1st through March 31st with no exceptions. Starting today, State Patrol can begin issuing tickets to anyone still using them, and that applies to all drivers, including out-of-state visitors. Turning now to a community effort that's making a big impact. Yesterday, the Richland Fire Department and the American Red Cross teamed up for what could be the state's largest single-day blood drive. Now this morning, our Dan Hansen says the effort not only boosts the blood supply, but also supports a new program to bring transfusions directly to patients in the field.
Donors filled Richland Fire Station 74 Tuesday, rolling up their sleeves to help hit a big goal. Richland Fire and the American Red Cross are hoping for about 150 donations, a turnout that could become one of the biggest single-day blood drives in Washington.
Calling a need to the community for the volume of blood that is needed, the types of blood that is needed, and the enthusiasm that the fire department has brought to collecting is just really makes it a perfect partnership for us.
The Red Cross says the need is constant. Blood is used every day for surgeries, cancer treatments, and emergencies, so supplies can drop fast if donations slow down.
It's an investment that makes it easier for whoever's giving us the blood to say, yes, this organization understands that it's an organization that wants to do the right thing.
Battalion Chief Sabin says this drive is also about awareness, and it comes as the department prepares to launch a Blood on Board program, allowing crews to carry blood on emergency units to help trauma patients sooner. And for donors here, it's a direct way to help neighbors.
It's incredibly important. You know, blood expires pretty quick, so we're going to need quite a bit of it in order to help provide our citizens with it. And you're directly helping, the members of your community, so it's extremely important.
And that's why officials say even one donation can go a long way. Each donation here can help save multiple lives. And for Richland's Blood on Board program, it could mean the difference between life and death before someone even reaches the hospital. Reporting in Richland, Dan Hansen, Apple Valley News Now.
According to Robertson, the blood drive has collected more than 100 units of blood, making it the largest collection in Washington state. From helping to now preparing in this morning's Fire Watch, early signs point to a potentially challenging wildfire season. Yakima County Fire District 4 is already getting ready for what could be months of increased fire danger. Local departments say preparation is now critical to responding quickly if fires spark later this summer. Officials warn dry conditions and lower snowpack could create a higher wildfire risk across parts of the state. Departments are using the spring months to train crews, check equipment, and coordinate resources so they can respond quickly to new fires.
This is kind of a trifecta year for the 4th of July. So not only are we forecasted to have our normal hot, dry summer, but 4th of July falls on a Saturday, and it's the 250th anniversary of the United States. So we are actually looking to upstaff.
Fire officials are also reminding residents to start preparing their homes now by clearing brush and creating that defensible space before wildfire season ramps up in the summer. Preparation also focused in Kennewick. City leaders say they're continuing to invest in public safety with a focus on improving emergency response times. Officials say the fire department has added 3 new ambulances and is working to increase staffing as the community grows. Right now, some stations use a jump rig system where one crew covers both an ambulance and a fire engine, stretching resources thin. The goal is to fully staff those stations so crews can stay dedicated to a single unit and respond more efficiently.
At Station 3 and Station 5, they have one crew that jumps from an ambulance to a fire engine. So we're trying to fully staff those 2 stations.
City leaders say increasing staffing and expanding resources will help improve response times and provide more consistent emergency coverage for residents across Kennewick. And a quick response is being credited with saving a life in Yakima after a dog was recently found trapped in a canal. Officer April Rosales with the Yakima Police Department responded to Summit View Avenue and says she found the dog stuck in cold running water and unable to move. YPD says the officer waded into the canal to pull the shivering animal to safety. The dog is now recovering and officers work to reunite it with its owners. Your time is 5:11. Coming up on Good Morning Northwest, a major update on the war in Iran with a timeline now on the table. President Trump signaling a possible end as both sides point toward de-escalation. How close this conflict could be to ending and what to expect from tonight's presidential address. But first, Chief Meteorologist Josh Culbreth coming back with a look at your First Alert weather forecast as we get your Wednesday started. Keep it here.
At DQ, we're double flipping over our limited time Blizzard Double Flip deal. Buy 1 Blizzard tree and get a second for just 99 cents.
99 cents? That's bananas.
No, that's bananas.
1, 2, 3, we got that DQ flavor. Savannah bananas, do it big, do it major. Home runs, fun runs, everything's crazy.
The Blizzard Double Flip deal is here.
Should we tell them to stop?
It's bananas. Buy 1, get another for just 99 cents. Get it in the DQ app.
Poor maintenance, old tires, bad brakes, that could be why the big truck hit you. At my law firm, we have a team that knows big truck wrecks. Big truck insurance companies know that we have the knowledge and experience to get you paid everything you deserve. Call the heavy hitter. When I call the insurance companies, they listen. Hit by a big truck, I know how to be their insurance companies. I'm attorney Mariano Morales, the big truck heavy hitter.
The heavy hitter is the one for you. Call 853-2222.
At Columbia Basin Oral and Maxillofacial Surgeons, your safety is our top priority. We are the only board-certified oral and maxillofacial surgery experts in wisdom tooth removal and dental implant placement in the Tri-Cities. With years of experience and a commitment to excellence, we ensure every patient receives safe, personalized treatment. Ask your dentist to refer you to the Tri-Cities experts in oral surgery. Columbia Basin Oral and Maxillofacial Surgeons. We look forward to meeting you.
For 50 years, Shelby's Floral has been your homegrown neighbor, bringing joy and beauty to every occasion.
We're more than just a flower shop and specialize in beautiful custom arrangements, live plants, silk florals, and home decor. Our experienced designers are here to help you with all your floral needs, ensuring that every bouquet is as special as the moment it celebrates. Visit us today on Clearwater in Kennewick. We're part of your community and can't wait to help you celebrate life's moments. Shelby's Floral.
Apple Valley News Now's Young Hearts thanks Shelby's Floral and Hapo Community Credit Union for supporting Bikes for Tykes. If you know a child who needs a bike but can't afford one, click Bikes for Tykes on our website. From Shelby's Floral, Hapo Community Credit Union, and Apple Valley News Now.
Oh no, it's April Fool's Day. Oh, dun dun dun.
Oh. Damn, boy, what'd you eat last night?
This newscast sponsored by Multicare Yakima Memorial Hospital. Excellence you can trust. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Culbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Tomorrow is an alert day specifically for the Kittitas Valley. Some of those gusts up around 60 miles per hour. So here's a somewhat hourly view of tomorrow's peak gusts. You can see they'll ramp up in a hurry after 8 a.m., crescendoing by 5 p.m. That's when we'll see some of those gusts up around 60 miles per hour. Now, outside of the Kittitas Valley, we're looking at gusts, I'd say between 30 to 45 miles per hour. If there was a number 2 in terms of the wind threat, that would be Pendleton and Walla Walla. Some of those gusts up around 45 miles per hour. And then by Thursday night, the situation calming down, but still gust up around 45 miles per hour in the Kittitas Valley. Here's how to prep for damaging winds, specifically in the Kittitas Valley. Stay informed. This is an excellent place to stay informed right here. Apple Valley News, Apple Valley News Now, applevalleynewsnow.com. Secure loose items, prepare your home, charge devices. You can read more about all these points online at applevalleynewsnow.com. Okay. We also have this going on still, that potential for valley frost through Friday night. So for tonight, got a couple 31s on the map for Ellensburg and Yakima. For Thursday night, still hovering right around that freezing threshold of 32. You see Sunnyside pretty close to that as well. Pendleton around that for Thursday night. Then by Friday night, still hovering around 32, maybe just a touch above that for both Ellensburg and for Yakima. So remember, you still want to protect the 4 Ps, the people, the pets, the plants, and the plumbing. You can read more about this also online, applevalleynewsnow.com. Okay, rain looking likely for today. Could have some thunderstorms in the mix as well. We'll time it out with Futurecast coming up in a few minutes.
Now to the latest in the war with Iran. President Trump is set to address the nation tonight with what the White House is calling an important update. There are new signs on both sides that the end may be in sight. This morning, we turn to ABC's Olivia Rubin for the very latest.
This morning, President Trump with this new timeline to end the war in Iran.
I would say that within 2 weeks, maybe 3, we're hitting them very hard. I think with 2 or 3 weeks, we'll leave.
In an apparent reversal, Trump saying the U.S. is prepared to leave Iran, even if the Strait of Hormuz is still closed to most ships.
We'll be leaving very soon, and if France or some other country wants to get oil or gas, they'll go up through the Strait and Hormuz Strait. They'll go right up there, and they'll be able to fend for themselves.
Iran's president also suggesting the end is in sight, saying we possess the necessary will to end this conflict, while calling for security guarantees. It comes after the U.S. attacked an Iranian military complex using multiple 2,000-pound bunker buster bombs. The Pentagon saying B-52 bombers are now flying deep into Iran, a sign that Iranian anti-aircraft systems are severely weakened. And more than a month into this conflict, Secretary of State Marco Rubio posting a video explaining why the administration decided to go to war, still trying to make the case to the American people.
Many Americans are asking, why did the United States have to attack Iran now? Well, let me explain. Iran wants to have nuclear weapons. Of that, there is zero doubt.
Despite the apparent progress, Iranian officials have now threatened to target American companies in the Middle East. And here at home, hope that the war in Iran could end soon is giving the oil markets some relief. U.S. gas prices are down 1 cent compared with yesterday. President Trump insists they'll continue to come back down when the war is over. Your time is 5:18 on this Wednesday, the 1st of April. Coming up on Good Morning Northwest, Chief Meteorologist Josh Culbreth coming back with your first alert weather forecast. As I was driving into work this morning, a couple of raindrops hitting my windshield. Is more rain on the way? He's talking all of your chances and timing it out when we come back.
Shortness of breath, chest pains, and a cough. Little things wipe you out, you can't shake it off. It might be long, long COVID. You got chills, rainfall, depression, fever, can't smell or taste. It could be long COVID. One more time.
From Apple Valley News Now, this is Apple Valley Eats.
At Legends Casino Hotel, we believe the perfect meal begins long before it reaches the table. That's why we partner exclusively with Royal Ranch, a family farm right here in Washington. From Royal Ranch to Legends, every cut of beef we serve begins on land cared for by people who believe in feeding their community responsibly. These cattle are pasture-raised, nourished through a regenerative loop that gives back to the soil and sustains the planet. For us, it's more than food. It's tradition, it's respect for the land, and pride in the people who make it possible. Treat yourself to all-natural pasture-raised, flame-broiled steaks, or melt in your mouth succulent prime rib. Try one of our towering burger creations, the legendary Mount Hood and Mount Adams. Stacked high with all your favorite fixing to satisfy the heartiest appetites and deliver a flavor experience that's bold, memorable, and unmistakably Northwest. From the first sizzle to the last bite, every dish tells a story. Taste the trust. Taste the tradition. Taste Royal Ranch beef, proudly crafted and executed by our culinary trained professionals at Legends Casino Hotel in Toppenish, Washington. Always local, always better, always legendary.
Our whole family grew up with sports. I've been playing basketball since before I could remember. I got injured playing football. Surgery, I had to wait about 2 months just to walk. Dr. Dawson, he's a good man. I'm glad it was him that did my surgery. My knee is feeling a lot better. Due to him, I found myself again.
Dateline tonight on Apple Valley News Now's My Network TV.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Rain looking likely for today. Thunderstorms going to be possible as well. So here's just an overall lay of the land for the Tri-Cities. You see, definitely rain and thunderstorms pretty likely for today, but then a good deal drier by Thursday, and then the forecast goes completely dry through the holiday weekend. You can not only see day-by-day rain chances, but also hour-by-hour rain chances for your exact location by downloading the Apple Valley News Now First Alert Weather app free in the App Store or on Google Play. That interactive radar feature going to come in quite handy for today. Okay, here's a look at satellite and radar. A very impressive looking mid-latitude cyclone that is spinning up in the Pacific right now. And so this is providing the energy that's providing these rain, thunderstorm, and snow chances as well. A couple different areas of precip that we're watching for this morning. One just moved through the Tri-Cities, another one on the doorstep of Hermiston, and eventually this will end up back in the Tri-Cities, and then snowfall continues for our Cascade passes. So let's put all this into motion with Futurecast satellite and radar. And so you see it's just going to be pretty wet out there for today. That's just kind of the best summation I can give. And then snow chances, well, you see rain chances for lower elevations going to be a good deal lower for tomorrow, but the snow going to be pretty persistent for both mountain ranges. And we'll continue to have snowfall for our mountain ranges through, I'm thinking like 11 p.m. on Thursday. And then after that, trending much drier. We'll end up having a beautiful weekend out there. So here are some of the rainfall totals we're anticipating for this storm system. It's not looking that impressive now for the valleys, but still around 0.1 inches for the basin and around a half an inch, maybe a little bit less than that for the Blue Foothills. But the snow, the biggest impact is going to come from the snow. If you look past the winds, 5 a.m. this morning to 11 p.m. on Thursday, 4 to 6 inches of snow for White Pass and Snoqualmie Pass, pretty close to a foot of snow for Stevens Pass. And then for the Blues, we're looking at anywhere between 3 to 7 inches of snow for Interstate 84 and for Oregon 204. If you do have to venture over any of our passes, I would suggest having these items compiled together in that winter safety kit. You can find this list posted online at applevalleynewsnow.com. Here's a 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Rain likely today with some thunder possible, drier but breezier on Thursday. Then for Yakima, rain and storms likely Wednesday. Breezy weather continues tomorrow, then much nicer into the weekend. For Ellensburg, gust up to 60 miles per hour on Thursday, thus the alert day. Go to applevalleynewsnow.com to see how to prep for the winds. Then for Hermiston, wet today with some thunder possible, winds picking up tomorrow. tomorrow. And finally, for Walla Walla, rain and storms likely today, gusts up to 45 miles per hour on Thursday, then a beautiful Easter weekend in store.
Time to check this out. Lightning lit up the sky over Des Moines, Iowa Monday night, putting a stunning show across the metro.
Yeah, check this out. Wow. Well, rapid flashes of lightning lit up the skyline, turning the night into a dramatic display of light and energy. Each bolt briefly illuminated the city, creating a series of vivid, almost surreal moments as the storm moved through.
Yeah, it's very purpley and blue. Luckily, no major damage reported, but definitely made for a breathtaking scene. That was very active. I wonder if that was sped up a little bit. That was a lot of lightning there.
Yeah, I think that plane moving across.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Here, it was going by pretty quick, so I think that was sped up. But sometimes light, it really can be like that, just sort of rapid up in the sky. Cool stuff.
Mother Nature putting on a show for sure. All right, your time is 5:25. Straight ahead here on Good Morning Northwest, the new month means a brand new lineup at the box office. From Mario heading to space to a major Michael Jackson biopic, April is packed with big releases. Your April movie preview coming up after the break.
Thought they were cooling off on the sidelines? Well, they're just getting warmed up.
Surprise, DirecTV got hot.
Hey, you know, I played in high school.
Really?
Well, I went to high school. I didn't go to high school.
Anyway, it's never been easier to keep up with your favorite sports on live TV and streaming apps.
So hot.
Wait, there's no ice in yours.
Why would I ruin a perfectly good bath?
For 50 years, Shelby's Floral has been your homegrown neighbor, bringing joy and beauty to every occasion.
We're more than just a flower shop and specialize in beautiful custom arrangements, live plants, silk florals, and home decor. Our experienced designers are here to help you with all your floral needs, ensuring that every bouquet is as special as the moment it celebrates. Visit us today on Clearwater in Kennewick. We're part of your community and can't wait to help you celebrate life's moments. Shelby's Floral.
Apple Valley News Now's Young Hearts thanks Shelby's Floral and Hapo Community Credit Union for supporting Bikes for Tykes. If you know a child who needs a bike but can't afford one, click Bikes for Tykes on our website. From Shelby's Floral, Hapo Community Credit Union, and Apple Valley News Now.
Nob Hill Casino invites you to have a ball. Not only do we have the friendliest dealers in town, but our progressive games have amazing jackpots. Play great Vegas-style table games 7 days a week. And when you join our Players Club, you'll unlock exclusive rewards every time you play. Plus, Players Club members automatically take part in our Have a Ball drawing every hour on the half hour from 9:30 to 2:30. So grab your friends and take the short drive to Nob Hill Casino, where the locals come to win.
Just like you, I'm working towards buying my first home.
I'm saving for my children's future.
Like you, I want financial tools that make my life easier.
At Hapo, we're more than employees. We're people just like you, and we understand what really matters.
Just like you,
We're planning for our future.
And I care about making a difference.
We are here to help you navigate life's milestones, big and small, because we're just like you. Join us at Hapo today.
RockAuto.com. Yes. Yes. No. Yes. All the parts your car will ever need. Rock Auto.
On draft night, plans become reality. The NFL Draft, April 23rd through 25th.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Looking to entertainment this morning. April is now here, and that means a fresh lineup of movies hitting the big screen.
Yeah, from family favorites to horror, action, and a highly anticipated music biopic. This morning, David Daniel has a look at what's coming to theaters this month.
The Super Mario Galaxy movie kicks things off on April 1st as our heroes head to outer space for a new adventure.
Am I sensing some nerves? Remember, you know each other really well.
A pre-wedding revelation shakes things up for Zendaya and Robert Pattinson in The Drama, opening April 3rd.
Oh!
Buongiorno. Gabriella wants to give you a tour of the vineyard.
Why?
And you
getting married there?
Halle Bailey and Regé Jean Page star in the Mistaken Identity rom-com You, Me, and Tuscany on April 10th.
She's been missing for 8 years. What was our daughter doing in a 3,000-year-old sarcophagus?
April 17th brings horror as a family reunion turns into a nightmare in Lee Cronin's The Mummy, and action as Bob Odenkirk is a sheriff trying to clean up a crooked small town in Normal.
There's something inside of you. Let's cast her out. Together.
The psychological drama Mother Mary, starring Anne Hathaway as a pop star and Michaela Cohen as a fashion designer, opens in limited release on the 17th and wide on the 24th.
I believe music can change the world.
The big late April movie is Michael. Jafar Jackson, Michael's nephew, plays the king of pop in the highly anticipated biopic arriving April 24th. Getting my popcorn in Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
Magic.
Wow. I have to admit, I've been looking forward to the Mario movie because, again, as I mentioned, I have kids and they're really excited about it. So they're just learning about Mario now for the first time, and I'm like, oh man.
Have they played any Mario Kart, any Mario Party yet?
Yes, Mario Kart, and they can already beat me. No joke. Like I was never that good though to begin with. So
once they find out about the banana pills and the turtle shells, it's over with.
Oh yeah, they get me all the time with all of those. They have so much fun. They think it's really good times beating mommy when they're only like 5 and 7. So it's just the beginning.
And you're not letting them win.
No. They still can't beat dad though. So there's that.
Someone's got to humble them. Yeah.
Yeah, it'll always be that one. All right, your time is approaching 5:32. Still ahead, a drought declaration is now in place in parts of the Northwest, with officials saying conditions are already taking a toll. This morning, we'll break down what the declaration means and what areas are affected. Plus, 2 familiar names from Prosser are being honored statewide. A father and son, both now earning major recognition. Looking at the legacy they built when we talk sports. That's all ahead next.
They're not fancy. No leather seats, no powerful sound systems, but they have wheels, seatbelts, and AC. These are Apple Valley News Now cruisers, and they go where news happens. Because Apple Valley News Now is everywhere you need us to be.
Reporting from Ellensburg, Grandview, Tri-Cities,
in Richland.
From the Blues to the Cascades, one television station leads the way with local news you trust. Oh, and when you see one of our cruisers, please go ahead and wave. We're Apple Valley News Now.
And we're always on your side.
Sometimes it's good.
I'm awarding you $800.
Sometimes it's crazy.
A little bit crazy.
But it's always real.
That's terrific.
From opening arguments,
the payment was made on their car,
to closing statements.
We are done here.
Judy Justice, weekdays at 4 on Apple Valley News Now.
It's time to play. That is right. Incorrect. Me, you'll win this. Right. Even a broken clock is right twice a day.
Weekday mornings at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
Are you ready to revolutionize your career in digital advertising? Join Morgan Murphy's dynamic team at Apple Valley News Now, where innovation meets opportunity. At Apple Valley News Now, we're leading the charge in connected television and digital sales, helping local businesses thrive in today's growing and evolving market. If you're passionate about digital solutions and driving revenue growth, we want to hear from you. Check us out now at morganmurphymedia.com/current-openings to begin your journey. Wendy Redman is a leader in broadcast news. She breaks big stories, produces special reports that make a difference, and brings the news home each evening.
It's sometimes dramatic, but always informative.
Wendy Redman, Austin Reed, Stacey Lee, Apple Valley News Now, on your side. Austin Reed is a television news leader with a passion for unique stories that have affected positive change for more than 20 years.
Get the best local news coverage every day, right here.
Wendy Redman, Austin Reed, Stacey Lee, Apple Valley News Now, on your side. This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest, on your side.
Good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us here on your Wednesday as we kickstart April together. I'm Wendy Redman, and joining us now we have Chief Meteorologist Josh Culbreth. Now, Josh, as I was driving in to work this morning, a couple faint raindrops hitting my windshield. Not enough to trigger the wipers, but yeah, they were out there.
Enough to be noticeable, though.
Yes, enough to be noticeable.
It's going to be more than just a few drops a little bit later today as rain chances going way up, and maybe we could hear some rumbles of thunder out there as well. This storm system starting to trend a lot more snowy, too, for our mountain passes, especially for Stevens Pass. So we could have up to 10 inches of snow for Stevens Pass through 11 p.m. tomorrow night, and those wind gusts picking up for Thursday. So we actually have a first alert weather day for Thursday, specifically for the Kittitas Valley. Okay, temperatures out there not nearly as cold as yesterday morning, but it's still definitely chilly. 39 for the Tri-Cities, 45 for Walla Walla, and 40 degrees in Yakima, so you will have to bundle up as you're headed out the front door. Here's another band of some precip that's on the doorstep of Hermiston. It's probably impacting the western city limits of Hermiston right now, and if this stays on track, eventually this will end right back in the Tri-Cities. Also tracking some snowfall this morning in the Cascades. But now we slide over to the Yakima Valley. Here's your umbrella cast for today. Looks like the wettest time frame probably going to be the early afternoon. So in general for today across the map, it's going to be wet. Could see some thunderstorms out there. High temperatures up around 60 degrees. A little bit breezy for today. A little bit more than just a little breezy for tomorrow. We'll talk about the damaging wind gust potential in the Kittitas Valley for Thursday coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. We begin this half hour of news in Oregon, where Governor Tina Kotek issued her first drought declaration of the year. Locally, Umatilla County is included, along with Baker and Deschutes counties. The order directs state agencies to coordinate and prioritize drought assistance in these areas. Officials say severe drought conditions are already impacting Umatilla County, driven by below normal precipitation, above normal temperatures, and well below normal snowpack. Stream flow forecasts are low, and those conditions are expected to create both natural and economic challenges. Talking sports now. This as the WIAA named their class of 2025 Hall of Fame inductees, and Prosser held home for two of the new Hall of Famers. Tom Moore, the longtime Prosser football head coach, was inducted alongside with his son, Kellen Moore, who played quarterback for his father at Prosser High. Tom won 4 state titles in his 22 years as a head coach. Kellen was the Washington Gatorade Player of the Year and set a state record for most passing yards in a season. Still ahead here on Good Morning Northwest, spring has sprung, and your spring cleaning could actually boost your brain. In this morning's Health Minute, we'll see how tidying up your space can actually help improve your mood, sleep, and energy.
Dateline tonight on Apple Valley News Now's My Network TV.
This morning, wake up with Zendaya right here on Good Morning America. I mean, hello. Plus, Brandy's here live this morning. Zendaya, Brandy.
Oh my God, yes.
Only on Good Morning America.
Poor maintenance, old tires, bad brakes, that could be why the big truck hit you. Hit by a big truck? I know how to be their insurance companies. I'm attorney Mariano Morales, the big truck heavy hitter.
Call 853-2222.
Well now, look at Wednesday showing up with KFC's Country Fried Steak Meal, including all the fixins for just $5.99. Classic comfort just the way you like it. Country Fried Steak, $5.99. Wednesdays only at KFC.
It's opening weekend for the Tri-City Dust Devils, and you could go free. Enter now on our mobile app or click on contests at AppleValleyNewsNow.com. Each winner gets 4 tickets to Saturday night Dust Devil baseball, followed by fireworks. See you there.
The little pill with a big story to tell.
Jardiance plays a role in my story, too. I have type 2 diabetes, but I manage it well with Jardiance. a once-daily pill that helps lower my A1C. It works 24/7 in the body to flush out some sugar.
And for adults with type 2 diabetes and known heart disease, Jardiance can lower the risk of cardiovascular death, too.
Serious side effects include increased ketones in blood or urine and infection between and around the anus and genitals. Both may be fatal. Severe allergic reactions, dehydration, urinary tract or genital yeast infections in men and women, and low blood sugar. Stop taking and tell your doctor right away if you have nausea, vomiting, stomach pain, tiredness, rash, swelling, trouble breathing or swallowing. Tell your doctor about lightheadedness, weakness, fever, pain, tenderness, redness, or swelling between the anus and genitals. You may have increased risk for lower limb loss. Call your doctor right away if you have new pain or tenderness, sores, ulcers, or infection in your legs or feet.
Jardiance is a little pill with a big story to tell. And if you ask me, it's pretty swell. Action!
No matter where you are or what you drive, Rock Auto has all the parts your car will ever need.
All the parts your car will ever need. Rock Auto.
For her work with Warrior Sisterhood, STCU, and Apple Valley News Now award Christy $1,000 for her charity.
And I found that it fills my cup.
To nominate someone, click on Volunteers Count at applevalleynewsnow.com.
Poor maintenance, old tires, bad brakes, that could be why the big truck hit you. Hit by a big truck? I know how to be their insurance companies. I'm attorney Mariana Morales, the big truck heavy hitter.
Call 853-2222.
Oh no, it's April Fool's Day.
Oh, dun dun dun.
Oh. Damn, Bob, what'd you eat last night?
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Tomorrow will be an alert day for the Kittitas Valley. Some of those peak gusts up around 60 miles per hour. So we'll time it out, sort of a semi-hourly look at tomorrow's forecast. You see, it's going to be a little bit breezy before 8 a.m. in the Kittitas Valley, but then those gusts will skyrocket as we head deeper into the morning, and then eventually they're going to crescendo by about 5 p.m. Again, some of those gusts up around 60 miles per hour. Now, outside of the Kittitas Valley, if there was a number 2 winner or loser for tomorrow, depending on the way you think about it, I would say that would be for Pendleton and Walla Walla. Some of those gusts up around 45 miles per hour. And then by Thursday night, still winds going to be high in the Kittitas Valley, but definitely are going to be calmer as opposed to what we'll see during the late afternoon to very early evening. Here's how to prep for damaging winds. Stay informed, secure loose items, prepare your home and charge devices, and you can read more about all these tips posted online at applevalleynewsnow.com. Okay, this is coming back, unfortunately. Considerable avalanche danger for today and for tomorrow. Remember, considerable is a level 3 out of 5 danger. So for today, that would be for Mount Hood, for the west-south slopes, for the west-north slopes of the Cascades. Now, for tomorrow, it's mostly just a level 2 out of 5 danger, except for Mount Hood, where it's still going to be considerable. And remember, considerable avalanche danger means natural avalanches are possible. Human-triggered avalanches are likely, so you'll have to evaluate snowpack carefully, find your routes very cautiously, make very conservative decisions out there in the backcountry. Okay, we'll take things back to today for lower elevations where rain will be likely and even some thunderstorms going to be possible. We'll time it out with Futurecast coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. Looking to health news now. It is an annual tradition that you may or may not look forward to. Spring cleaning is a way to refresh your space, remove dust, and get things tidy and organized. But experts say it can also give your mental health a boost. In this morning's Health Minute, Mandy Gaither explains how a spring spruce up can also help declutter your brain.
So long, winter. Spring has sprung. But if breaking out the vacuum for a new season refresh doesn't sound tempting, there's another reason to do it. It's good for your brain.
Instead of labeling cleaning as a chore, reframe it as an act of self-care.
Clinical psychologist Susan Alberts with Cleveland Clinic says having a tidy space can actually boost a person's mood. She says it's been shown to improve sleep, concentration, and energy levels while decreasing stress and anxiety.
Cleaning provides immediate, visible, and tangible results, which our brain loves. It likes to see evidence of success. This in turn releases dopamine into the body, the pleasure neurotransmitter.
But if your motivation is lacking, Albert says to start small. Try tidying your desk, which could also include digital decluttering, closing out emails, cleaning off your computer's home screen, and avoiding distractions by muting alerts until you're done. If you feel your cleaning momentum begin to shift, Albert says to move on to your bedroom.
Just cleaning your bedroom and making your bed has been shown in studies to improve your sleep by 19%.
Then she says to focus on high traffic areas, the most used spaces in your home.
This is going to help to reduce the stress and conflict in the family. When these high traffic areas are filled with clutter, they create stress for everyone.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
Dr. Albert says research suggests just 15 minutes of cleaning can help improve mood by more than 50%. She says this investment in your time and your mood can be a game changer. It is 5:45 here on your Wednesday morning, and still ahead we have your morning sprint, everything you need to know before you head out the door this morning. And will you need a jacket, an umbrella as you head out this morning? What are your rain chances? Josh will detail that when we come back.
Dear First Place, experts agree Toyota value can't be beat. Drivers agree Toyota quality rides long and strong. Add hybrid choices like no other, and you'll win the long game by a country mile. Toyota. Toyota has more Best Buy awards than any other brand. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
Every home starts with a move. Not just the one to a new address, but the moves along the way. The choices, the negotiations. In those moments, certainty matters. That's why Windermere Group 1 agents are trained, supported, and prepared for every step. Because when it's time to move, you should be sure you're making the right one. Windermere Group 1. Confidence in every move.
When I made my Botox Cosmetic appointment, I was nervous that I might look overdone. I wanted results that looked like me. What was important to me was that I'd still look like me, just with fewer lines. I'm happy with my results. So happy that my results are natural looking. Booking a consultation, it's a way to take time for you.
Botox Cosmetic effects may spread hours to weeks after injection, causing serious symptoms. Alert your doctor right away, as difficulty swallowing, speaking, breathing, eye problems, or muscle weakness may be a sign of a life-threatening condition. Patients with these conditions are at highest risk. Don't receive Botox Cosmetic if you have skin infection. Side effects may include allergic reactions, injection site pain, headache, eyebrow, eyelid drooping, or swelling. Tell your doctor your medical history, muscle or nerve conditions, and medications including botulinum toxins, as these may increase the risk of serious side effects.
I'm the one and only Delphina.
I'm the one and only Olivia. And I'm the one and only Claire. And I got treated with the one and only Botox Cosmetic.
Find a licensed Botox Cosmetic specialist at BotoxCosmetic.com.
Just like you, I'm working towards buying my first home.
I'm saving for my children's future.
Like you, I want financial tools that make my life easier.
At Hapo, we're more than employees. We're people just like you. And we understand what really matters.
And just like you,
we're planning for our future.
And I care about making a difference.
We are here to help you navigate life's milestones, big and small, because we're just like you. Join us at Hapo today.
Only one station is on your side. Apple Valley News Now. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Rain likely for today. Some thunderstorms going to be possible as well. And so let's just show you kind of the lay of the land over the next 7 days in the Yakima Valley. You see Thunder chances, well, rain chances are going to be way up there for today. And again, a few rumbles of thunder could be in the mix. But after that, the forecast goes dry for the Yakima Valley. And you can see hour by hour, day by day precip chances just like that for Pendleton, for Walla Walla, for Adena, for Milton Freewater. All that by downloading the Apple Valley News Now First Alert weather app free in the App Store or on Google Play. Very impressive mid-latitude cyclone spinning up right now in the Pacific. This is providing all the energy and all the lift to provide rain chances, snow chances up in the mountains. You see we have this next little band of rainfall that is now going through the western side of Hermiston. And if this holds together, this is going to end up impacting the Tri-Cities. Okay, so let's put this into motion with Futurecast satellite and radar. And you can see it's just going to be a really yucky day out there for today. Maybe a good day to keep it indoors, but then as we head into tomorrow, definitely a good deal drier for lower elevations, but the snowfall going to continue for the mountains all the way through 11 p.m. for tomorrow night. Now, after that, that's when we should go dry, and it'll end up, that'll lead us to what's going to end up being a beautiful holiday weekend. So, okay, let's go ahead and take a look at some of those rainfall totals. 5 a.m. this morning through 11 p.m. on Thursday. Not much doing now for the valleys. Anywhere between 0.1 to 0.2 inches for the basin and probably less than ½ an inch for the foothills. So some beneficial rainfall from this. I personally wish we got a little bit more. Personally, I wish we got a little bit more snowfall from this as well. Although models are starting to trend snowier with this system through 11 p.m. on Thursday, we're looking at 4 to 6 inches for White Pass and Snoqualmie Pass, but closer to a foot of snow for Stevens Pass, and then anywhere between 3 to 7 inches of snow for Cabbage Hill and for Tollgate. So especially if you're going to travel over Stevens Pass or Tollgate, have the winter safety kit ready to go, and you can find this full list posted online at applevalleynewsnow.com. Okay, here's the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Rain likely today with some thunder possible. Drier but breezier on Thursday. Then for Yakima, rain and storms likely Wednesday. Breezy weather continues tomorrow, then much nicer into the weekend. Also, we'll have that potential for valley frost through Friday night, and the same thing for the Kittitas Valley as well. Speaking of the Kittitas Valley, gust up to 60 miles per hour on Thursday, thus the alert day. You can go to our website to see how to prep for said wind gust. And then for Hermiston, wet today with some thunder possible, winds picking up tomorrow. And finally for Walla Walla, rain and storms likely today, gust up to 45 miles per hour on Thursday, then a beautiful Easter weekend in store.
Now, the morning sprint.
At 5:51, let's get you your morning sprint. Here are the top 5 local things you need to know this morning. For the first time, we are hearing from the new buyer of a Kennewick home once proposed to house violent sex offenders. The new owner purchased the property for around $600,000 with plans to subdivide and resell. But city requirements are adding significant costs, including installing a fire hydrant and adding curbs and sidewalks along the property. The owner says those upgrades could add up to $100,000 and is asking the city to reconsider or help cover the costs. There's no timeline yet for when the home could be ready for resale. This as the city of Pasco plans to hold a series of public meetings to address concerns over less restrictive alternative homes, also known as LRAs. While no facilities are currently planned in Pasco, the discussions come after that proposed location in Kennewick you just saw raised some concerns across the region. City leaders put a 6-month moratorium in place. They say this may help prevent new LRA applications while they gather input. The next meeting is scheduled for April 15th at Reynolds Middle School. Fire crews in Yakima County are already preparing for what could be a difficult wildfire season. Officials say early indicators like dry conditions and lower snowpack could increase the risk of fires across the region this summer. Departments are using the spring months to train crews, inspect equipment, and coordinate resources to ensure a fast response if fires break out. At the same time, residents are being urged to start preparing their properties now by clearing out brush and creating defensible space. Officials say taking action now can make a major difference once wildfire season ramps up. Drivers across Washington and Oregon are being reminded studded tire season is now officially over. As of today, anyone still using them could face fines. We're talking $137 in Washington and up to $200 in Oregon. Officials say tire shops are expected to be pretty busy as drivers rush to meet the deadline. Studded tires are only allowed between November 1st and March 31st with no exceptions. State Patrol says enforcement begins immediately and the rule applies to everyone on the road, including out-of-state visitors traveling throughout the region. Yakima police are praising a quick rescue after a dog was found trapped in a canal. An officer responded to the scene and found the animal stuck in cold, fast-moving water and unable to get out. Without hesitation, the officer entered the canal and pulled the dog to safety. The animal was cold and shaken, but is now recovering. Officers also worked to reunite the dog with its owners. In your national headlines this morning, President Trump on Tuesday reacting to a federal judge's ruling blocking him from moving forward with any more construction on a massive new ballroom on the former site of the White House East Wing. The judge wrote in part, quote, "The President of the United States is the steward of the White House for future generations of first families. He is not, however, the owner." The judge said without congressional authorization, quote, "construction has to stop." The lead architect says the ballroom project has an estimated size of roughly 89,000 square feet, dwarfing the 55,000 square foot primary White House structure. President Trump says the ballroom is expected to cost between $300 and $400 million, but doesn't need congressional approval because it's being funded by private donations. Those who disagree say Congress should have done something earlier to oppose the project. Trending this morning, a North Dakota Sheriff's Office has recruited some very unusual partners.
Yeah, for April Fool's Day, the department says they are shaking things up.
I think the drug dealers and the drug couriers have gotten a lot smarter out there, and they expect interdiction with canines. I think we're going to take them totally by surprise with these goats.
Okay, gotcha. I would say take them by surprise at least. The department has added goats to the force. The Nigerian dwarf goats spent Tuesday getting familiar with deputies, though some had their own ideas about training.
Well, the goats won't actually patrol the streets. The department printed decals and is ready to have fun, hoping everyone avoids any bad behavior.
You went for it. I saw that in the prompter and I was wondering, is Josh going to go for it with the bad?
Yeah.
And you did.
I did. Now, if that would have been a horse whinny, it would have been different. I can't do that.
Oh, you're not going to do that one. That's where you draw the line.
Yes, that's the line in the stand.
Well, now we know. All right, your time is 5:56. Still ahead, a growing need is driving a new housing project in Kennewick. Construction is moving forward, and leaders say it's about stability and support. This morning, we'll take a look at the nonprofit expanding its reach. Plus, mail delivery getting a little feathery in Wisconsin. Wild turkeys chasing postal carriers right off the streets. Why residents are now heading to the post office. Will the birds run the neighborhood? Josh?
Yeah, we have rain likely for today. Some thunderstorms could be in the mix. Big time wind gusts for tomorrow. Snow for mountain passes. Avalanche danger. And then it could be sunny and 75 by this weekend. We have a lot to talk about coming up on Good Morning Northwest at 6.